So, okay, about a million years ago, so it seems, I was thinking about Mike Nichols and Elaine May, exactly why I now have no clue. After they broke up, Nichols made quite a name for himself as a director, first for the theater, then in movies. May did some writing for the cinema, and then she did some directing too. I did one of these on a movie she directed, one that stretched credibility, A New Leaf. And I was intrigued by another movie she directed, Ishtar. I was interested in Ishtar because it is something of a showbiz legend, as a notorious box office bomb, a gigantic turd in the city known for its bright lights. It went far over budget in production and did not recoup in sales. I tried to get a copy of it and I couldn't. It was nowhere to be found. Finally, I located a copy and bought it for $12, which will help its earnings, but when it arrived I realized that I couldn't watch it because it was on Blu-ray. After about a year, I finally got together with someone who has that system, and we watched my copy of the infamous Ishtar. It stars Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman. As is the case with Elaine May, they were cast against type. Hoffman is the would-be lady killer who styles himself as the Hawk, and Beatty as his bumbling, brainless sidekick. They are an inept team of songwriters and lounge singers, Rogers and Clark. Somehow they acquire an agent who books them into a night spot in Morocco, a place which opened up because the incumbent act bailed due to political unrest and military danger. Adding to the tribulations of this project, that same dire situation did exist when the Ishtar team arrived to shoot on location in Morocco. May set out to make a road movie, the funny series starring Bing Crosby and Bob Hope. The formula there is you start with their considerable chemistry, throw in Dorothy Lamour, an exotic location, and the threat of danger, and you simply go with it as the two blunder their way to success, cranking out hit after hit. What could go wrong? Yet, Ishtar bombed. It is on many of the worst movies of all time lists. It is on Time magazine's list of the 100 worst ideas of the 20th century. It got 3 Golden Razzie nominations, including one for the worst director, Elaine May. Many critics savaged it, calling it stupid, bumbling, witless, boring, pretentious, and just plain awful in every aspect. There is a sense of revenge in all of this, as if people took a measure of joy in punishing this movie and its makers. And there was the problem of trouble on the set. Beatty produced it as a favor to May, who had helped him without credit on several of his previous projects. He wanted to allow her to show her stuff as a director, but she drove him crazy. He nearly fired her, and after it was over they did not speak for years. Beatty, Hoffman, and May, by contract, each had final edit to the movie, so 3 versions were made. May's finally being the one released. Today the movie rates a solid 30 on Rotten Tomatoes, and it is said to be a cult favorite, which I think means there are a bunch of oddballs out there who favor it as kitsch. You know, think that it's so bad it's good. I didn't mind it. I thought it was silly and cute. I thought the stars were Paul Williams, Charles Grodin, the Blind Camel, and Isabelle Adjani's lips. Adjani was Beatty's lady at the time, so there was another shot of tension there. I thought May's writing sparkled too, at times. As when Beatty tells Hoffman out on the ledge, lots of guys are successful by the time they're in their 30s. They have a job, a wife, a home, a family. Not you. You don't have anything, and you have the strength to live with that. I never looked at it that way, Hoffman says. Williams wrote all the songs with May, shooting for what he called believably bad. Rogers and Clark are terrible, but they never give up, even composing while they're dying in the desert sands. Grodin is wonderful as a CIA agent who is so duplicitous that he could not possibly distinguish the truth from a lie. He's been at this for so long that for him, there's no difference. It's more a case of whatever works. He's very calm and funny, and he belongs in a movie which begins and ends with a song about how telling the truth can be dangerous. I guess the movie is one more instance of the adage that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, which is the perfect summary, it seems to me, for someone who sets out to make a road movie. The thing is, as Ishtar will tell you, there's never any guarantee where that road may lead.